And we're back. Welcome. If you don't know by now, I'm Jay, coach of the Toronto Flackies for a private Pokemon draft league called OSL. It's OSL Season 4, Week 3 at this point. If you didn't see last week's battle, I'll link it in the description. Our opponent was Morgan. She was a great opponent, and I'm going to spoil the battle, so go watch that, I guess, now before you watch this one. But we did win, 2-0, so we're actually perfect so far. Like, first 2 weeks win. Did not expect that at all, I'll say that much. Yeah. So, okay, context. How about this? Life context. Right now it's Sunday, so usually our deadline's Sunday, and I'm kind of nervous that I might not be able to play. So I don't even know if this is going to be uploaded. But the thing is, I've had a very busy week. Like, I prepped last night at like 9 p.m. and I worked for like 2 hours, and now I'm just recording on a Sunday. Right now it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I actually told Jonah, let's play at 1 if possible. So I actually wasn't going to even record a Teambuilder because I was just going to play and then maybe record a Teambuilder afterwards. But just because I didn't have enough time, I have to do something at 3, so I have like 30 minutes to record right now. But yeah, Jonah didn't reply back, and Jonah's my opponent for the week, of course. But yeah, also it's very hot. It's very hot this week, and the thing is, when I'm recording, for those who don't know, I have to close my window just in case of background noise. I can't turn on my fan. Well, I can, but it's very loud. So I actually might want to get a new fan, and I can't. Also, another thing about opening the window is, even if it's not loud outside, is that it makes my door move, and that is very loud. So yeah, I'm basically in like a sauna room. It's gonna be a sauna room very soon because I have like lights, computers, like electronics on, so it's gonna get very hot. But yeah, we're gonna try and grind through this. But hey, yeah, once again, my opponent's Jonah. I rambled for too long there. My opponent's Jonah. His team is Keldeo, Necrozma, Obstagoon, Florges, Flygon, Moltres, Registeel, Shaman, Jolteon, Dusclops, and Mega Beedrill. Jonah I actually haven't played before in this league. When he joined in halfway through Season 2, I've already played his team. Like, I beat his team, but then that coach dropped, and then Jonah took their place. So I didn't get to play Jonah in Season 2, and then Season 3 I didn't play. So this is going to be our first meeting, and it's going to be an interesting one, because I think Jonah is a creative coach. I think he brings a lot of interesting strategies, and sometimes things outside the box. So that can be to his detriment, but also can be in his favor. Looking at his team, I know he wanted to draft Mons that he didn't draft before, so he drafted Keldeo, water fighting type. I'm not sure how it suits Tier 1, to be honest, but it's a good Mon, but I think Power Creep has gotten to it a bit. You can run Calm Mind or Specs, or Scarf even. Scarf actually might be really good this match. Necrozma, actually one of the Mons I'm afraid of the most here. I think for this match, I'm going to have to get lucky with sets, because there are 2 Mons, Necrozma and actually Obstagoon, that I am afraid of the most, and if Jonah brings them, it's going to be a problem. If he brings the right sets, even a bigger problem, but if he doesn't bring something like Obstagoon, because I actually don't expect it, but it could be a very good bring, we have issues. But Necrozma can run, like, Photon Geyser is just such a good move because it got hit either defense or special defense. But, you know, people run Autotomize, you can run Calm Mind. My favorite set actually with Necrozma is actually Stored Powered, which is actually kind of more like a Necrozma Duskmane moveset because the Psychic Steel typing really helps it there. But you can run Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Stored Powered, and like Moonlight. So you can run Recovery, and the thing is, well, actually no, yeah, that's Duskmane, you can't do that with regular Necrozma, but like that kind of thing is just like, you have to get rid of Dark types, but then otherwise you're like set up for life. So that's a great set, but I'm pretty sure if it comes, it's probably going to be Meteor Beam Autotomized. It's probably the only set you would run this week. Obstagoon with Guts is going to be annoying to deal with just because I don't have the best normal resists, and the ones that do resist in normal, I think Obstagoon gets into the close combat, so Kartana and Bisharp, not great there. And also something that like Hoopa, right, Dark type, doesn't really help. Florges, great wall, but I think it's one I can exploit this week. Flygon is good this week for Jonah, but the thing is, I think also with Keldeo is that both Mons kind of run into 4 Moonslaw Syndrome. Keldeo wants to run like Scald, Hydro Pump, maybe Surf for like spec sets, but if it runs Calm Mind, it's usually like Scald, Secret Sword. But I can kind of play around that kind of set, even if Substitute's going to be very scary. Same thing with Flygon. Flygon running like Scarf, give you like Earthquake, Outrage, U-Turn is probably the 3 moves, but then usually you run like Stone Edge to hit something like Charizard would be really good, but also Iron Tail might actually be an option for Jonah because it hits Clef. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of set Jonah brings here. Moltres, bulky Mon, probably a Mon I should have drafted myself, but yeah, Fire Flying, U-Turn's a big part of it, Roost, Defog, Heavy Duty Boots. Registeel, probably the rocker, and I want to take advantage of that as well. Just because if it's Registeel, my Defogger does really well against it. If it's Necrozma, I think I can play around it better just because it's not set up probably at that point. So, fingers crossed. Shaman is great for a tier 3, honestly, just because it gets Natural Cure, it gets Seed Flare, which can be quite snowbally, just because if it constantly gets the death drops, you're gonna like spiral out of control. I have to keep switching, and that's not great. Jolteon, great, fast Mon, Heavy Boots helps it, also Wish helps it, Dry Baton Pass helps it, and Hidden Power helps it. So it's a really good tier for Mon. And maybe Mon I should be afraid of more, but I think I have counterplay to it. Dusclops is Trick Room. I'm not even sure about Dusclops, just because I think Jonah picked it because it's a cool Mon, but Trick Room, a wall that gets knocked off, and I don't know. I remember Jonah last season was talking a lot about like Mon being neutered by knockoff. Yeah, he picked the one that's neutered by knockoff in my opinion, but hey, to them they're on. And then Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is fast and faster than my entire team, so that's gonna be hard to deal with. But yeah, I think Jonah's gonna bring Keldeo. I forgot what I said, or I wrote down. Keldeo, Mega Beedrill, Flygon, Moltres, Registeel. Those are the 5. And then I think it's Necrozma, so that's why I said initially I didn't think Obstagoon's coming, but it probably will. And I think if a Mon has to drop there, it might be Mega Beedrill, but I think the speed's too good. Keldeo's also too good. I think those two are too invaluable. Registeel is probably the rocker, unless you run Necrozma Rocks with like Meteor Beam, that is a set. So if it's no Registeel, then and it's like Keldeo, Necrozma, Obstagoon, Flygon, Moltres, Mega Beedrill, I actually might be in trouble. So yeah, once again, like I think this might come down to like what sets Jonah brings, just because I don't think I'm really set up for this match. So yeah, let's get into our team at least. First Mon that I knew I was gonna put on this team is Dragalge. Dragon Poison really helps against Keldeo. I thought Keldeo got Psychic for some reason, but it does not. I'm probably thinking of some other like fighting type or like some other like Sword of Justice, maybe Virizion learned it, but. Yeah, Keldeo really can't touch Shigaraki unless it's like Specs Icy Wind, and I'm pretty sure I 2 KO with Sludge Bomb, or I can go Flip Turn there. Also helps against, what's it called? Florges, and also helps against Registeel in a bit, because Registeel can't really hit me, and I feel like if Registeel comes in, I get T-Spike for free. And Mega Beedrill absorbs T-Spikes, so that's one thing for it, but if I get up both Rocks and T-Spikes, Mega Beedrill's gonna have to come in to like, you know, get rid of them, and then like, excuse me. I'm assuming Moltres might probably be the Defogger. If Flygon's the Defogger, I'm going to have a bit of an issue, but if Moltres is the Defogger, I can actually 2 KO with Sludge Bomb, to my knowledge. Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, Flip Turn, Toxic Spikes. I put Sludge Bomb over Sludge Wave here because I think the Poison chance might be nice against something like Moltres. Toxic Spikes, I didn't really know what to go for the last move. I thought about Focus Blast, but I don't think it's... I don't want to go for Focus Mist here, so I think Toxic Spikes actually might be interesting. Because it might help against something like the Necrozma and Keldeo, especially if they're like set up. So, gotta be careful there. And Speed EVs help me outspeed 0 speed Registeel. So I can flip turn out and then go into something that can easily take like a Seismic Toss or an Iron Head or a Heavy Slam. Because I go into something like Blitzcore, which has recovery, then I'm safer than Dragalge, which doesn't have recovery. But moving on. I keep touching my phone. I'm gonna move it over here. Next up, Gastrodon. Here's the thing with Keldeo. Like this is my Keldeo check, right? For the most part. I'm gonna say it's for the most part, because I think I might use Dragalge more. The thing with Gastrodon here is, if you think about Keldeo's moveset, I mentioned 4 moves plus Syndrome, because usually you run like Scald, Flip Turn. Flip Turn is really invaluable in Keldeo now. Sacred Sword? What's the one that you try? Secret Sword, right? Not Sacred. Secret Sword. That's 3 moves, and then maybe like a Hydro Pump, right? Something that hits harder than Scald. Here's the thing. Gastrodon resists all Water type moves. Doesn't take too much from Icy Wind unless it's Specs, so that's probably the only side I have to work around. And then Secret Sword, but Secret Sword hits defense. That's why I'm running physically defensive Gastrodon today. Or I guess this week. Just because I think if Keldeo wants to hit me, it has to run like Focus Blast. So if I know it's Focus Blast, I know it doesn't have a different move. Like I'm pretty sure it doesn't have Icy Wind at that point. Because you run a what? Scald, Focus Blast, Icy Wind, Flip Turn. Like that's gonna be it, but then like your water type attack is not as strong. So I might be able to like live one and then he has to go for Focus Miss at that point for stab. So I feel like Keldeo might be strapped for moves here, and it'd be important to scout out what set it is. For Gastrodon, we have Scald, Earth Power, Recover, Ice Beam. Ice Beam is mainly for Flygon, but I thought about putting on Protect because it helps me against the Keldeo matchup. But I also thought putting it on Toxic because both moves are good against like Specs Keldeo because I get that residual damage and I get the scout what move it goes for. But it doesn't help me against Substitute Keldeo. That's kind of one I'm actually kind of worried about. So maybe I'll switch this up after I record, but I feel like I want to put Toxic at one point just because it might help with also Flygon. An interesting thing with Gyakuten versus Flygon is that they're both in RU right now, and there's actually a set for Flygon to beat physically defensive Gyakuten, and that's banded Flygon. So if it's like if it looks like a 2-hit KO with Earthquake, then I know it's banded, and I can kind of like play accordingly, right? So yeah, might switch Ice Beam, but I kind of like it for Flygon there. Next up, Gliscor. I originally had Swords Dance on the set, so originally I had Earthquake, Facade, Swords Dance, Roost, because that's probably, I was like, okay, I can probably deal some damage to this, but I think there's like too much I want going on here, so I decided to put Gliscor a bit more defensive in this role, so I went for the Defog set. My Defogger was originally Charizard, but I think Gliscor might do a bit better, because against Registeel, Registeel's best move against it is probably like Iron Head, or like over Body Presses. For Iron Defense, that might be a bit scary, but it can't Toxic me. That's the big thing compared to something like Charizard. So, and also something like Kartana, right? Because Kartana would be super effectively hit by, what's it called? Body Press or something like, well, Body Press mainly. And also I can get T-Wave. That's also a thing. Like Gliscor is able to like kind of beat Registeel one-on-one because it's already statused. So I thought Gliscor was better as a defogger because it can easily come in on Registeel. If it's in the Prosma, I kind of want to Earthquake first just because I gotta be careful of like weakness policy autonomized. That might be a very scary set. So Earthquake first, maybe gauge damage, see if it's like max HP or not max HP, and then go from there. Probably not use Hurt on it because I have to remember of like potential weakness policies. Speed is there to outspeed max speed Necrozma just in case, but it could be autonomized, so it might not matter. Went for physically defensive. Usually go like specially defensive, but I think I'm only gonna bring this in on like Registeel mainly. If this comes in on Flygon at most points, maybe I should count that and change it, but I don't think I'll, like, the worst you can do is Hurricane, but Hurricane is like 70% accurate, so there's that. I think that's it. Yeah, for Gliscor. But yeah, I almost ran Swords Dance, but I think going for Defog this week is the right play. Next up, Mega Main. Mega Main is simple, right? It's like kind of the set that I've always brought. Lightning Rod, just in case of the Jolteon matchup. Jolteon, I think Jolteon may come mainly for Manectric because Voltaflor, right? That's the only reason I can see Jolteon coming, but then I also have Lightning Rod, so it has to go for like Hyper Voice or like Shadow Ball. So that can be interesting, but also I think also Jolteon kind of suffers from the 4 moves loss syndrome because unlike Morgan last week where she ran Grass Knot Alolan Raichu and like HP Ice Tapu Koko, Jolteon doesn't have the coverage to run both HP Ice and HP Grass, or an Ice and Grass type move. And since I'm bringing both Gastrodon and Gliscor, Jonah kind of has to pick one there. So maybe I can scout that out with Manectric with Lightning Rod, but also Jolteon just in general. I'm not sure if it's coming. If it's not, Manectric has a bit more free reign. I have Thunderbolt, Voltage, Flamethrower, Hidden Power, Ice. Hidden Power Ice again is for Flygon, but Flygon might be Scarf, so I have to be careful of that as well. So I might want to scout before I go for Hidden Power Ice there. And I honestly thought about running Signal Beam, but I think because of Prism Armor, Thunderbolt does more. Because Prism Armor, makes super effective attacks like 3/4 damage. So Thunderbolt's stab is just much stronger than like a super effective Signal Beam there. So yeah. And like there's nothing else I wanted to run on Mega Man. I just thought like the speed was important. It helps against Keldeo. Keldeo has to be Scarf there. Can be an easy pivot into Florges, helps against Moltres and Registeel there. So also helps against Shaman, but Shaman can run Bird Power. So like Scarf Shaman is also an option because they're both Flygon and Shaman are both 100 speed, base speed, so they can both outspeed Mega Manectric. So gotta be careful. Second to last. We have Clef. Gonna be the rocker. I thought about running. I think this is gonna be a rocker. I actually thought about running no rock, but I think rocks are just always valuable, so you should try and put it on. Moonblast, Knockoff, Stealth Rock, Soft Boiled, kind of a similar set to what we ran last time, but you can see that the ability is unaware, and this kind of helps me against Necrozma and Keldeo, which I'm worried about. So maybe I should put Protect on what's it called, Gastrodon. But the thing is, maybe I should run Heavy Duty Boots so I can kind of like make it seem like a Magic Guard, because that's an interesting set, because Heavy Duty Boots kind of does similar things to Magic Guard, because Magic Guard prevents all, what's it called, like non-direct damage, right? Like so like status, weather, rocks, hazards. But Heavy Duty Boots blocks against weather and hazard. So unless Jonah statuses me, which I can easily like absorb status with Gliscor instead, I can maybe like play off that I'm not Magic Guard, where I am Magic Guard at least, but maybe the lack of leftovers might be like a tell, but I could also be like Life Orb Magic Guard, because Life Orb Magic Guard Calm Mind Clef is a set. So we'll see. Maybe I switch this up to Heavy Duty Boots. But max defense mainly for Flygon, just in case. Moonblast for Flygon. Knockoff I think is going to be very important for the Stealth Rock to switch in, because Beedrill wants to come in on this, but Beedrill won't take much knockoff, so Stealth Rock is there at least. But knockoff helps against something like Registeel, because it doesn't have recovery. Also Moltres, because if we can get rid of its Heavy Duty Boots and its default mon, that's going to be huge. And something like Florges as well. Keldeo potentially. If it's like leftovers, it's good to get rid of that, and maybe Choice Specs. But something like Obstagoon is not going to make a difference, and Necrozma has to be afraid of Weakness Policy again. So, gotta be careful. But if it's not Weakness Policy and like Power or Meteor Beam, Knockoff actually might be valuable there, because I can like see that it's going for Meteor Beam, because that's the charge up. So that might be an option. Yeah, that's it. And maybe like Dusclops Knockoff, you know, that's all. Finally, probably the heat of the week in a sense. We're running Specs Charizard, which is gonna be tough to deal with. But the thing is, I think I can get rocks off the field for it very easily. That's kind of why I switched up to Gliscor set, because I was originally gonna run like Heavy Duty Boots default Zard, but I kind of saw a power of Choice Specs Overheat on something like Obstagoon, and it 1-hit KOs, and Obstagoon is actually slower. So I thought, let's go for it. Let's just try something different this week. And I made Gliscor default instead, and it also helps with getting something like Zard in, because it can go for U-turn. I have Flip Turn on Dragalge, and then Volt Switch on Mega Manectric. I thought about running a Teleport on Clefable, but I couldn't really fit it. So we're just running Spec Zard with like a few momentum bringers, and I could probably bring it in on a read. This helps against something like Moltres as well, especially even though I'm going to take a lot from something like a Hurricane. Ancient Power should do a lot. Flygon, I wanted to run Dragon Pulse, but I think I needed the Hurricane damage for potentially Keldeo. So probably not my Flygon switch in, probably going to be something like Gastrodon and Clefable. Overheat mainly for like teching Obstagoon, and then helps against Registeel, Shaman. I can run like Flamethrower for that. But yeah, that's the team. I'm trying to think what else. Zard, I wanted to run like Fire Gem at one point, because I wanted to see if I didn't need to run Choice Specs, but still kill Obstagoon somehow. And I think the only way that to happen is I had to run Focus Blast, and I thought, Focus Blast over Overheat's potential Spatak drop, I might go for Overheats. So we're going for Overheat here, but who knows? Maybe it's the wrong option. I should have gone for Heavy Duty Boots, but we'll see. But yeah, Mountain not bringing Cortana's an interesting one, because it actually outspeeds Keldeo, but I'm kind of worried about its matchup against everything else, because everything else can kind of like tech a coverage move for it. Because Flygon gets something like Flamethrower, Moltres kind of walls it. That's kind of the issue there as well, and Registeel as well. Bisharp, Keldeo just kind of completely blows it away, even though it really helped my Necrozma matchup, so maybe that should have been an option. Crustle was probably the biggest omission here. I actually thought about putting Crustle in this slot instead of Charizard. I wanted to run like Focus Sash, like Weak Armor, because I think I can at least take a hit from Obstagoon and go for Shell Smash. But the thing is, if it switcheroos Flame Orb on me, that might be an issue. And I think this, like Zard actually takes Flame Orb pretty well at that point. And also, giving something like Obstagoon a Choice Specs is going to be really funny. So, yeah. Hoopa just didn't match up well in my opinion. Obstagoon's scary. It could help against something like Florida's, but Registeel really does a lot with Iron Head Heavy Slam. And then Sock I wanted to bring because I thought it would be cool with at least Sturdy, and I can go for like Sturdy counter with like Sturdy Choice Band at close combat, something like that. But I think I needed to use a choice item for it, and Jonah's team's a bit too fast for my liking to bring something like Sock. Yeah, that's gonna be it. 20 minutes, jeez. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll see you if the battle happens. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but it's out of my hands at that point. But yeah, I'm sweating buckets right now, so yeah, whenever the battle happens, I'll see you all then. We're back. We're live. So here's a fun fact. Right now it is nearly 7 p.m. Monday. So fortunately for Jonah and myself, we got an extension for, am I Morty? Sorry, check. No, Morty. But yeah, we got an extension for Monday, so shout out to Exis for allowing us to go through with this. Jonah says he's under prepared, but so am I. Honestly, Natex's legacy. That's the right team. Everything is right. Just give you guys one more quick look. I didn't change anything. I thought putting heavy duty boots on this, but I think I'll be fine. But yeah, let's go for it. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. Like if I'm off. But yeah, I'm not feeling well as well, just cause I don't know. Like yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned it in the Teambuilder that I felt off, but I'm feeling like I feel like so dead right now. Well, let me tell Jonah. But yeah, I'm feeling off, so it may not do well, but I try to take like a nice shower and be ready for this. Maybe I should have done some exercise, but I'm gonna skip a day. Oh well. Now once again, I think I'm anticipating. Oh, never mind. Let's see. The Obstagoon does come. So does the Florges. I think those are two. And Shaman. Interesting thing is, Jonah didn't bring rocks. And if you watched my mid-season reports, mid-week reports, sorry. I'm gonna post a link, so we're gonna have a small battle, a frozen battle for a sec. But if you watch that, you'll notice that Jonah really doesn't like using hazards, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to blur that out, but yeah, moving on from that, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So first things first, I'm afraid of the Obstagoon, deathly. I don't think I could lead to Lie Score like I wanted to because Toxic Orb's gonna be knocked off probably. Manetric's not a bad lead, but if he leads Beedrill, it's kind of annoying. I kind of just want to lead Zard, but that's also not my best option. Can I just go for it? What do I need you for? Kind of Keldeo, but there's no Registeel as well. What was I expecting? There's like a tier 3 mon in there. I mean, we'll get up rocks. Default Florges, I'm probably assuming, so it's gonna be nice there. I'm trying to remember who I expected. Moltres, that was a big one. Keldeo does start, which means I might go for Knock here, but I think his play is to go into Mega Beedrill. There's no point in knocking, right? If it's like Obstagoon, I knock. I don't want to calculate that damage, but I won't, I think. Actually, let's do that also. We'll see what he goes into afterwards. Clef, Week 3, Keldeo. Let's say Specs. It's probably Specs or Scarf, but flip turn. No flip turn on this side, that's interesting. Well, flip turn does mean, from what I mentioned yesterday, that Keldeo doesn't have enough moves. Yeah, that's like timid. Not wait. Well, it doesn't matter if it's Specs or Scarf here. Flip turn, still thinking. Fine on my end. Might be thinking what I'm doing. Like, if I'm going for Calm Mind, I'm going to shoot for him, but I'm just going for rocks. I'm just going to play it safe. I don't know how fast he wants to play this, and I think that might be a weakness of mine, is that I play quite slow, but if someone tries to get this pace really fast, then I'm not that good. I notice that kind of like anything I play. If I can take pace, I'm still very forever. I'm new again, but it's that, right? And I'm U-turn or poison jab is the play. I don't want to go into class. What's the thing? I think it's just Gastron. What's his plan to Gastron? Not a Shaman. So I could go Dragalge, but if it's a drill run, I just die. That's the issue. I'm kind of okay going Gastro here. We'll see what happens. Gastro actually doesn't do much this game. It just helps Keldeo. Mega Ball, U-turn. Okay, that's fine. That is a lot of damage. I actually might calc that. That could be a good indicator of Adamant. Because I am max FizzDef. U-turn. No, that's just Jolly. I don't know if like Adamant outspeeds Mega Main, because that's my fastest mon, right? So if Oh, I forgot to put names. I actually made names like while I was at work today, but don't tell my boss. But yeah, I should have put names, but oh well. I feel like his play is Obstagoon. There's no way it's not. The thing is, I am not switching to Obstagoon, so I actually kind of have to let something die here. Yeah, there you go. Leftovers. Okay, that is interesting. I might just recover here. I don't know what you go for. Bulk up? Bulk up could be the play, right? This feels like bulk up. That's the thing. But if it's bulk up, it's not guts. Or it is guts. It could be Defiant. That is also an option. Looking at the moves, it could be Reckless. Reckless is an interesting option there as well. But does Obstagoon get double edge? I don't know. I'm gonna calculate though, because that would make the most sense if you are Reckless. Reckless. No, double edge. Double edge. Only 50% of Gastrodon, which is good to know. Left. Actually, I should do Mind Left set. Only 61, but it is damage I can't take necessarily. I think I need a max defense, so who doesn't want their item? It could be main, but I think everyone else wants their item, so I'm gonna go Clef. Sub, okay. I don't know what this is now. I mean, I Moonblast. Even if he goes Mega Beedrill, is picking rocks. Double edge. It is Reckless. Just realized something was on my phone. If you heard that, that was my phone. So 52. I should live, unless it's a crit. So I'm gonna soft boil. Soft boil actually might be a better play here. Sub double edge. That is cool. I'll say that much. Reckless, because Obstagoon usually just see guts, right? So using something like Reckless or Defiant, I think Defiant can be interesting. Can be interesting here. I said that twice. But I'll go for soft boiled. Otherwise, it's like worst case he subs again, right? Double edge won't kill me, and then I can ship him down technically with double edge recoil. But Beedrill should also come in. That is an option. So probably worst case here is that he... Actually, wait. Let me think about this. Because the thing is... I'm trying to look at this properly. What lives 1? Everything lives 1 at least. Moonblast would kill here, but then if Moonblast and then he goes Beedrill, it's a really bad play for me. I'm gonna sub him. If he subs, I think that's a bit worse. So the situation of him subbing and me going for... Actually, he doesn't know I'm unaware yet. So if he toxics here, the thing I'm doing is actually toxic. What's it switching into Gyakuten? Flygon? I like this though. If this is Calm Mind, that's also an issue, but I also am unaware. Kind of like, that's why Clef is good. It kind of becomes a blanket check of stuff, just in case. Like if Flygon DD, that could be an option, and then Calm Mind Keldeo, but I think it might be Scarf. Because I think the thing is with Keldeo versus Kartana, I mentioned is faster, so the best thing to do as Keldeo is Scarf it, but I could also Scarf Kartana in that sense, so it kind of becomes like a weird metagame, I feel like, within the game. But I'm just gonna U-turn. I just kind of want to see what he does. If it's Moonblast, I just go to Galgi. Anything else I can kind of... Well, the thing is, sorry, if he stays in, I go to Galgi, I think. Anything else, I can just check and just, like, base it on feel. Yeah, Shaman, that's fine. I low-key want to go Charizard, but that's not the play at all. Shaman, because it's a mythical, that probably doesn't do much no matter what. Say offensive. Blast Score. Because I have no attack investment. That's the thing. 40.9 to 17. How much did I do? 18. Thing is, it gets Earth Power, but then seeing that you switch in Shaman here, it might be HP Ice. I actually feel inclined to go Zard. Charizard. I am Specs, but also I kind of want to see. I have Hurricane, right? Yeah. Hurricane damage might be huge here. Which switches into a Hurricane? Florges? Florges switches in. I kind of have another switch, don't I? Yeah, Florges is taking a lot there. That's a guarantee to a KO with leftovers, but that's a guarantee to a KO. That's all it is still. Gyakuten is safer, but it does have. Wait, actually, I wanted to see some damage that I forgot. Shaman, we're gonna say it's Leech Seed because that's probably max HP. It's not. Wait, so let me calc this again because I'm getting confused now. Fly score, U-turn, no. Max HP. No, max defense. Maybe. Max defense probably it. So if it's like max HP, how much does the Nectar Flamethrower do here? I'm not overheating that because I kind of like assume maybe 58.8. Overheat won't kill either. I'm not even charging that overheat. What comes in? I'm going to start to overheat. And this is like fast HP rock. No, but it's max HP, max defense. That's how much the U-turn did. So it's not max speed, so I'm actually faster than this, which is a really good thing. So the only things faster than me are Mega Beedrill with Dice with Flamethrower, Flygon is going to be an issue, and then Keldeo I have to land a Hurricane. So I think I'm in a good spot right now because I can just overheat here. I think maybe ideally I should have gone into Clef, but the thing is I don't want to rocks on a Leech Seed or Sub. So that's going to be an issue. Without the specs, because I can come in on a knockoff and I'm faster technically. That's not healthy. You run the laptop going haywire. Because that's what a laptop does. I really need a computer, bro. Let's change now. No? No? I mean, can I do -1? Yeah. That might be a good indicator. 67.8. It's fine. Overreach just dies. That might. He might have just taken. He might have just taken that, assuming he lives. You can take 2. No, like you never live that. Actually, no. Do you live Flamethrower? Yeah, you live Flamethrower. That's the thing. Like assume -1 specs, right? Specs is 1.5 times attack. Can I change this now? No. Okay, cool, fine. But -1, right? Flamethrower would live. So yeah, now I lose something. That's the thing. Actually, no, I don't technically. Clef is always my switch, I think. Yeah, Knock is fine. His thing is, I think he switches right into Beedrill. Oh, he goes Florges. So he's assuming I rock. Here's the thing. No item. Have you do boots? I kind of just go Gyakuten, don't I? Stealth Rock or Knock? I might go for Toxic here, because you can always Toxic a Clef, you just won't know if it's... Actually, no, why don't I go Fly Score? Let's put it that way. You may wish, but you don't have Teleport. So if you want to bring in an Obstagoon, you have to bring it in on my U-turn. Or my Earthquake, which is probably going to be my U-turn. Because I don't want to Earthquake into Flygon. Worst case here, he goes into... whatchamacallit? Keldeo. He's taking a while, so he's thinking about this, which I like. But yeah. Yeah, it goes into Keldeo. Okay, that's a good play. Good play. Will we see here if it's Scarfed? I kind of want to sack Gastro, but Gastro should turn out better. Wait, that was reckless damage, right? I feel like I should put everything down. I'm gonna take down this, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Opposite. How much damage do I do with Skull? Earth Power. Earth Power is probably a better choice here, but can I break a sub at least? Unless it's max HP, but it was max attack. Galgy's still okay, because it helped me beat Forges, that's the main thing. I think Gastro is fine, because at worst, I have to keep Clef alive for Flygon. That's going to be the only thing. So if he has Hidden Power Grass or he has Focus Blast, it's going to be good to know. Otherwise, I think I'd live to Sacred Sword. And this is where Hazard would be really good, right? Because it dwindles down Beedrill. But the thing is, here, here's the thing. The turn against Obstagoon, I was too afraid, so I Moonblasted. And is that the right play or not? I don't know, because Beedrill kind of comes in for free. But at the moment, I could have any fourth move here. That's kind of also another beauty of Clef, is that one, it's a blue, but two, it has a fast move pool, so I could be like reading Beedrill going for like a flamethrower, so that could be kind of huge, but I don't have it. So it's kind of that mind game. It's kind of what happened last week with Morgan, where she had Glare and Wheezing, but in the end she didn't have like recovery on Dio or on Wheezing, so kind of worked out in my favor there, but I was always like second guessing, what is that last move? It turned out to be aromatherapy on Glare and Wheezing, so similar kind of situation here, but I'm on the other side this time where the opponent kind of has to guess what my last move is, so yeah. Flygon, interesting. I should have recovered maybe. The thing is, that recovery might not have made a difference. Yeah, if he gets some. Oh. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I gotta get in. Get started for free. help him out. Go for a flamethrower. I think that's really unfortunate for him. Because now this Fortress can't go for Wish, it can't go for Toxic. I'm guessing his Moonblast, Toxic, Wish, Protect. Can't go for any of those. I don't know if Fortress gets Psychic. It might actually do, and that might be a good tech against Dragalge. But yeah. I mean, what can we do now, right? I can't take back the freeze. I can't, like, the game doesn't ask you, hey, do you want to not freeze your opponent actually? Like, I mean, he knows now that I have it. Yeah, I recover. The question is here now, what does he do? I want to see Hidden Power Grass, but the thing is, does that kill me? It might, because I'm not especially defensive. Keldeo, let's say Specs. Specs, Hidden Power Grass. Because Hidden Power Grass makes sense. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. Hidden Power Grass. Specs is the only one that kills me actually, so this actually might be interesting to see. Hidden Power Grass? Hidden Power Grass? If he has Focus Blast, he also has Focus Blast. That's also an option. Focus Blast. I don't have to count for that, but Focus Blast. But the thing is, like, you see me like cycling through Keldeo's moves, and that's the thing. Like, it can't hold everything. Focus Blast also does Hidden Power 82. That's not Scarf. Sorry, that's not Specs. At least it could be Scarf. It couldn't be just like heavy duty boots. Yeah, 72 to 85. That's fine. That chip on Keldeo is actually going to be useful. I go Dragalge. Yeah. If he goes Flygon or Mega Beedrill, I just gotta hope he doesn't crit. But otherwise, I think I might be good. Scarf or not, or choice locked. It's not gonna be Banded. That would be the most insane tech, which is max special attack, timid. Yeah, Flygon, that's a good play. I might just sack Gastro. Actually, no. I'm gonna go Gliscor. Clef could also be an option, but Clef brings in Mega Beedrill, which I don't like. Gliscor brings in Keldeo. See, I wish I had main here, but I don't. Let's go. I think I like. Could be earthquake, right? So this could also be scarfed. That's also a thing. Earthquake. Could be DD. That's also an option, which can be scary here. And again, it could be Iron Tail. I'm like, if I have to pick a sack, what do I pick here? Go Gliscor. I do have a bit of physical bulk, so we'll see what this does. U-turn? Yeah, okay, that's fine. 9. That's not banded, at least. I can say that much. I mean, I go Gastro, even if he hit him back again. Like, it's not the end of the world for me. Then I go straight into main. That's the thing. I go main, and then I hit him power. No, I go main, I Thunderbolt. We see what kind of damage that does. So I think the worst case scenario here for me, and tell you that bad, is Sacred Sword. Or Secret Sword, sorry. Secret Sword? Or Sphere. Oh, interesting. I think I go Clef. No, wait. I go Dragalge. I go Dragalge and kind of just throw one, right? Just throw a Draco, right? Because if he goes Florges, I just Sludge Bomb afterwards. Here's the thing, his Pokemon are faster. That's gonna be the issue here. Play Draco. If he's like, hit him, he's not hitting for ground, but he could be Icy Wind here. Actually, does Sludge Bomb kill? No. I think I go Draco. Even if I do miss, it's like 4 Flygon just in case. I think you always go Florges here. Otherwise, you pick a sack, which could be also, yeah, that's fine. I could T-Spike, realistically. I like Flip Turn. I like Flip Turn here, actually, because he might go Flygon. I can see Jonah doing that, feeling like he's on the back foot. The other Flip Turns or hopes this unthaws is also an option. Flip Turning gets me in main, but it doesn't get me a lot of damage. I'm just going to kill Drake again. I want to see what he does here. He either tries to thaw or actually switches. Because it actually is quite an interesting play to double switch here to bring Flygon in safely. That's the thing. Yeah, see? Caught him. Hopefully. Let's go. Woo, what a read. That's a huge read there. But I don't blame him for playing that way, because that's the thing. Like, I sled one there, right? I mean, he may watch this back. But the thing, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you either wait out Florges to thaw, or you go for the double switch because it's a really good opportunity to bring in Flygon. And Flygon is probably the big key there. Because, oh, it's good. Okay, the question is, how much do I do this? And I might keep this in. Zard, I need a sack technically here, that's the thing. And actually no, Gliscor my sack. This is Gliscor my sack? Gliscor's my sack, right? War Sphere is interesting because it's kind of the middle ground between Focus Blast and War Sphere. Sorry, Focus Blast and Secret Sword in a sense, but Secret Sword hits defense, so if you still want to hit special defense, War Sphere is a good play. Yeah, I think I go Gliscor. If he subs where it goes for Reckless Double Edge, we'll see the damage. I am kind of okay with Gliscor going down here, that's the thing. It's kind of the most useless number right now. I mean, I explained my thought process, but it's like, I feel like that read wasn't as bad as it could have been. 47.2. Is that a lot? That feels like not as much as I thought it would be. That's the thing. I have some bulk. I've mentioned before, but I have a lot of HP because freaking Gliscor. I hate Calc sometimes. Reckless. I have my stuff. You do the Addis. That's even better for me. I don't know why I U-turn here. I'm just gonna see where it goes. Because I am faster now. That's the thing, right? Yeah, U-turn. If I get hit again, I don't mind too much because this is kind of a sack. Actually, wait, let me think about this. If I sack this, I kind of risk, whatchamacallit, Beedrill running through me, I think. What's Zard versus Beedrill? Because if I live a poison jab, I do kind of win, but otherwise I do. So that's gonna be huge, and that's kind of like why I felt like you should have brought rocks. Oh, you turn. If I get hit here, it's not the end of the world. Charizard being Charizard is so good. Yeah, I think like that one outplay may change this game. Because honestly, I think Jonah has his outs. That's the thing, he has his outs. If that's Spark Keldeo, I'm still scared. I am faster. I did not expect that. I go Clef and I have to win Clef. Clef's actually. Like rocks. Yeah. Like I take advantage of that turn, but it's like, even still, what would he do? Do I take advantage of this, or do I go Zard right away? How much does Poison Jab do to... Actually, knock off do a lot here too, Glass Core. No, never mind. I don't need to heal Glass Core too much, so I go Zard. Maybe Toxic is kind of an issue, but otherwise, okay, there's the Wish, okay. You can kind of see what I'm going for, but I might just go for Hurricanes and just see what it does. Forges. Actually, I might just switch. Switching might be better, because he probably assumes I'm kind of specs. Forges, Hurricane. It does. The thing is, this calc. Okay, you gotta see it. Wait, let me. It says guaranteed 2 KO after leftovers. I kind of want to go for it. Actually, no, I go main. Main actually might be the best play here, because he goes for Protect, most likely. Oh, defog. Okay, that's fine. Damn, I could have killed this then. That's a shame. But I get a free Volt Switch. That's the thing. And I can go into Gyakuten. So defog, Wish, Protect, Moonblast. Might not be Protect. Could be like defog, Wish, Toxic. That's also a play. I was assuming Protect because I feel like maybe I'm influenced, but let's see. Volt Switch. Does this have like Mirror Coat? I'm gonna be Mirror Coated. Yeah, I get to throw off like 3 goes. 35. Actually, no, I don't get to throw off 3 goes. I get to flip turn at least. Flip turn? Flip turn, flip turn. Let's flip turn, I think. See, this is still like hard for me because this being thawed. If I get rid of this, he either Moonblasts or switches out, right? Switches out is not the worst play for me. Moonblast kind of sucks because I can't switch it on Keldeo at that point, but I think I Sludge Bomb and take this out. And then Zard kind of can sweep. We're gonna hope. I'm gonna assume it's Moonblast here, just sack this. Actually, with the -1, let me cancel. I wanna see. I'll keep -1. This actually might not kill now. It doesn't even kill him to begin with, so. -1. Does that bring me below Wish range? It does. Will Sludge Bomb into... I'm trying to think. This is kind of tough right now. I like the Sludge Bomb. No, I like Clef here. Thing is, I'm faster than Octagon. Just kind of, I think I'm actually faster than Octagon because I'm faster than Max being the Crossman. I go Clef. Worst case is Beedrill, but even then, I can kind of bring in Glasgow. I switched first, so yeah. I Moonblast or I knock off. What's this item? It has to be Boots. Wait, actually no, I should check because it can come in, right? I mean, this was Stealth Rock. Poison Resist Berry? That's my my only guess right now. My soft-willed. No matter what happens, kind of brings in. I guess this is faster. I don't want to go main. I don't know if that's a throw per se. That's Moonblast. Yeah, he has Moonblasters. I do the same, but yeah, like the thing is, he's gonna. There's gonna be a point where he kind of loses Moonblast. That's kind of where I see this going. I go for rocks actually. If he's gonna keep Moonblasting me, I'm gonna go for default, and then I get in reality. Actually, I don't. No, Florida's. There's no annoying one to deal with, right? I can't even like Zard specs this, can I? I guess that's the thing though. I feel like Floodway or Rift at one point. He defaults. I knock. I'd be surprised. Actually, can I live 36 point damage? I can't. Catching me on a non-soft willing turn. Trying to think. Yeah. I knock. I don't know what this is, because I feel like it might be poison resist. Yeah. Oh no, it's steel. Oh, okay, makes sense. I go for rocks. I get it. Kinda. Here's the weird thing though, like, you might do a lot to Bishop. I don't know if you do a lot to Cortana per se. There's a special attack drop he might have needed. I boil. At a certain point, he runs out of Moonblast in a sense, where he has too little Moonblast. I'm gonna run out of soft wills first, but defog, yep. I go for rocks, yeah. Moonblast. Off to good, interesting. Free switching into. What was he going for? Did I? Yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. I don't know if the -1 special attack was enough, in a sense. Who's my sack here? No one really, so I just Moonblast. I could knock, but I think I just Moonblast. The damage might be better here. Oh, okay. Need that? I feel bad, because I'm pretty sure, like, he overpredicted there, but I also, like, really underplayed that thing, because he probably thinks this is, like, the most useful thing, but the thing is, I think Gyakuten takes, unless this is Icy Wind. Icy Wind, though, I think, like, specs too again, that's the only one that does, so, with a combination of things, I think I can still beat Kenji, even if I don't have this on the field. Yeah. The issue is gonna be if it's actually adamant, but I don't think it does. I like how the U-turn on Gaster. Pretty sure he was like, yo, no way he like switches now. That'd be kind of like this, like, that's like so sad. I'm just trolling at that point. Actually, was that a throw? I don't think that was necessarily a throw, but I can U-turn here. I guess that's the play, right? No, he stays in. If he stays in, good play, but I don't think it's. forgot to mention at the start of the video, but my mouth is just feeling awful. It feels like it's been scratched up. So, yeah, talking kind of sucks, but I think I'm getting around it. It's like, let me show it on my face over here. It feels like it's back here, like something back here going on. It's like a scratch back there, like a sore, so it's kind of like, every time my tongue moves, I think sometimes, like, I hit it, and just like, ugh, but I think he's thinking here, like, he might go for a knockoff, but the thing is, because I have investment, nothing really kills me here, and you can't, like, poisoning me is not even a bad thing, and you can't do it. Maybe he's, I feel like that's Scarf Keldeo, right? I think what makes sense here, with looking at the team composition, it's U-turn, right? Beedrill, Wish, Florges, Scarf Keldeo beats Kartana, Dragon Dance, Setup, Finisher, Flygon. Shaman has defensive, like lead seed, synthesis, that kind of stuff, and then, you know, a sub, like a tech Obstagoon in a sense. Yeah, flip turn, hidden power, aura sphere. I'm just trying to think, what's the last move there? It has to be a water move. So that's the thing, it doesn't touch Shigaraki, so I could technically Earthquake here, but I don't think it's the play. Actually, is that the play? Earthquaking? I don't think I 2KO at this point, but... Oh, never mind, I kill. Never mind. Earthquake. Earthquake's the play then. If I kill, then Earthquake's the play. Yeah, I think he might be calculating Florges damage. That's my guess right now. Because, yeah, Earthquake 26, I U-turn as he wishes, and then I go into Dragalge. If he has Protect, he has Protect, but I think he's playing this like he doesn't have Protect, so it's gonna be interesting. Also, how many Moonblasts? 18, I have what? 16 versus? Yeah. Yeah, U-turns, that's fine. Florges comes out, takes rocks, Earthquake, kind of has to wish here, so I go U-turn into Dragalge. Actually, here's a weird thing. Does Gyakuten die? It actually might, which could be an issue, because I'm heavy duty boost. I'm not leftovers. 28.1 to 33.5. What am I at? 57.7. I think it's at 3 KO. 0.2 chance that we 3 KO. Can I see my HP from here? T26. Here's an interesting thing you can do, which makes no sense. T26. Guaranteed 3 KO. Okay, I live 2. That's what that means. No, I U-turn into Slowwave. I got an Earthquake there, actually. That might have been smarter. Yeah. Oh, he gets that, but I don't think it matters. Because I think I should still kill here and at least kill in 2, unless he's actually Protect here, which would be obnoxious, but I think I should be fine here. Yeah, just goes for it again. Gets it again. Do I still kill? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, actually, do I lose to Keldeo? Scald. That has to be the move, right? Yeah. If it's Hydro Pump, it comes down to misses. If it's Scald, I should live 1. I'm trying to think here. What's my play? Okay, I know my play. It's just, this is definitely Scarfed, or it's like Calm Mind. If it's Calm Mind, I actually might lose this. So I should flip turn. Flip turn's the better play. So just in case it goes for Calm Mind. Calm Mind for your attacks. Possible, but flip turn's kind of weird on that set, especially with no other water stabs, so I'm gonna flip turn, we're just gonna see what happens. I wonder what he's thinking about. I guess that might be like, what's the last move here, right? We've only seen U-turn, flip turn. I feel like it's like Scald. I don't see Jonah running Keldeo without Scald. If it's not Scald though, I'm actually quite surprised. Doesn't learn Hydro Cannon. Surf could be an option. That could be kind of dangerous. But let's see. Keldeo Surf. Not Specs though. Keldeo Specs has Surf at least. Not that much. Because it's like safer than... What's it called? Stupid. mean, yeah, I'm just waiting here. Like, I know my play. Like, if this goes for Calm Mind, I just kind of go into Manectric and I win. In the sense that Keldeo can't take a T-Bolt from that range, and Beedrill can't switch in from that range either. So he has to sack one there, and then I kind of deal with the last one kind of on its own. I think the worst play here would be him switching into Beedrill at this point, but the thing is that is, Glide Spore kind of comes in for free, and I can Roost up. I don't think it's going to help me per se, because even with a lot of HP, I just can't live a Keldeo. Yeah, Surf. I might live a Scald? That might be kind of interesting. Scald. Let me see. Scald. 92 point. Wait, let me take this off. Let me remove this, because sometimes the calc's wonky. Wait, you're indeed. Oh, because I'm still at 68. There we go. 50 looks like a 50%. Yeah, 62% chance. 5 out of 8. I guess because Pokemon does stuff in like with like rolls of 16, it's like what, 10 out of 16. So I have 16 out of 16% chance, or 3 out of 8 chance to live. I don't know what's taking him so long. Let me check my phone. I'm gonna check my phone just in case he messages with Discord. Oh, there we go. He actually does switch, which is actually kind of interesting. Flip turn. That is quite. Oh, I actually don't know why he did that. But... I mean, here's the thing. I can Roost up here in a sense, right? He has to sack this. And if I U-turn, I'm pretty sure he has to... even if this Calm Mind, maybe it's AV. That could be an option here. Looks like +1, right? Sludge Bomb... oh, actually might not kill. So I have to be careful there, but... alright, let's U-turn. We'll see what he goes. Actually goes back. So I guess here I see. Actually, no, I got Dragalge. Dragalge actually made it better. So this is just Scarf and just when it KOs me, I'm just kind of screwed, right? This is still like, it seems like it's in my favor, but actually isn't. I can actually very much because if this is Scald, I want Manectric to come in on a Scald, not an Ore Sphere. But I want Charizard to come in on an Ore Sphere. You kind of see how like this kind of plays out. I go to Galgi +1. I need a Draco, but Sludge Bomb should do enough. And if it's Calm Mind, it's not Spark. That should be fine because Beedrill's dead, right? That's the thing. Since this is Calm Mind, I should kill in 2 still. But if it's, I don't know, if it's Scarf, then it goes for Flipper. Okay, that's fine. I feel like it's not over yet for some reason. Oh yeah, it is Hydro Bomb. Hydro Pump doesn't go. Yeah, here's the thing. It's like, I probably should have kept Clef there. I'll say that much. Maybe Zard was the swap out, or maybe Zard was the sack in that sense. Yeah. Because I think he went for a few himself, so it's kind of like that kind of stuff worked. Like it worked out more in my favor because I got the biggest lead in that sense, but. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the main thing I was afraid of, right? Because if autotomize, outspeeds probably a Cortana in that sense. Prism armor, half, like 3/4 damage, chips off damage, and then what's it called? Pretty sharp doesn't use a little bit of heat wave. I have to run like Alchemy right at that point, but it's like at that point, what do I do? Yeah. I don't know, I can keep going, but this is almost a 50-minute battle, right? So, we'll see what he says here. Tell me though. I mean, that's how it worked, right? And then, like, the thing is with that, is like Clef kind of naturally blocks Keldeo at that point, so it's kind of like it worked out. But yeah, I'm gonna leave. What would CHARIZARD do here? The thing is, CHARIZARD only helps in Shaman in this case. We're okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave this here until like before like we go to a following conversation and I just like this we don't end up like 10 minutes longer than it has to be. Even if Jonah replies, just keep going. But yeah, now we're 3-0. Not the most expected 3-0 in my life, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I think next week our opponent, might be Wham, who is also 3-0. So again, another matchup I am afraid of. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you who like watch and just see the mindset. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm hoping I'm gonna get this video up by Wednesday, but otherwise we'll see. And oh no, I'm facing RSSP. Never mind. I'm facing someone who is 0-3, but RSSP is a strong battler, so no underestimating. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next week.